at Hashdex, it is considered the number one asset management firm in Latin America. So, what are some of the trends that you're seeing in the asset management market in Brazil?
Wow, I think like we are facing like a crypto bear market worldwide, and we're not seeing a lot of like globally like crypto market is not like raising a lot of money. But I think like what is like really special about Brazil is that the crypto regulated market is pretty advanced in Brazil, and we Brazil is like the country that launched it first, like the crypto ETFs. And one curiosity, I think that shows like how population here is open to innovation is that Hash 11, that is like a crypto ETF, Hashdex crypto ETF, is the second biggest ETF in number of investors in the Brazilian stock exchange. So it's really interesting to see this move that in the past like 3 years, like the second biggest ETF in Brazil is a crypto ETF. So I think talks a lot about like the demand and the size at the crypto market, the potential of the crypto market here in Brazil.
Right, and a lot of potential indeed. And with the election of a new president recently, how do you think that politics and some of the regulations can affect consumer confidence in crypto?
I think like what we've been following recently is that Banco Central, the Brazilian central bank, has been very like pro innovation, and it's even like they have like project to digitalize and kind of like reduce any like financial intermediary in the payment system in Brazil. They recently launched like Pix that was a big revolution here, bringing more a big part of the population that so far wasn't bankerized, and right now they have access like uh, uh, to a Pix account. That's an amazing progress, and they. The central bank has already like talked about an agenda of creating its own real digital that would be like one of like the first like world like digital currency like for the whole country. So this progress it's going to keep going independent of like the president, because the central bank here in Brazil it's not like completely attached to the president. So it has like the power the central bank has some independent power to kind of like keep like pursuing the projects that are already in the agenda. So I don't think we're going to see a big shift like in a short period of time.
And that's an important distinction, right? Some people
Mm-hmm.
look at the president controls everything, when in reality, with checks and balances, you sort of have different groups that have to handle different parts. So that's an important distinction to make. And with you just said retail, everybody is starting to wake up to crypto. What are some of the new innovations that Hashdex and maybe some other companies are starting to pay attention to that they can provide for their consumers in Brazil?
Yeah. So, like right now, any investor in Brazil is able to get exposure to crypto investment through the Brazilian stock exchange, and this means like there is in a environment that they already know and they usually trust, like the that is safe, it's regulated, is audited. So it's bringing like access is much easier for users that are not that familiar like to the internet. So our view is that if you want to have like crypto investment and you're thinking about like long-term investment, usually like funds or ETFs give like people a safer exposure for a new user that's not necessarily like so tax safe. If people like really want to buy Bitcoin and kind of like or like use any or buy or sell any crypto asset because like they need to have exposure to the technology, it's still not regulated in Brazil, but the central bank, CVM, and the government is working in a sandbox project to develop to test new possibilities in the industry, and we're gonna probably see some very interesting things coming up in the next year.
Yes, glad to hear about the Sandbox project and allowing innovation to flourish, right? So, with that
Yeah.
innovation, what are some of the things you would like to see as far as innovation wise, maybe with DeFi, maybe with the metaverse, NFTs? What space of crypto would you like to see innovated further and be used for the citizens of Brazil, either using Hashdex
Mhm.
or other platforms?
I'm very interested to see the development of this digital currency in Brazil, because I think like Brazil is a continental country, and sometimes like even in small cities, getting access to cash is complicated. It's expensive. People like drive to different cities to be able to get cash. So the more we can get out of cash and digitalize the population, I think we're going to be like offering like citizens like from all like different backgrounds and different geographies access to the same monetary system. And I think it's going to be very beneficial, and we're going to see like a lot of innovations and opportunities coming from this.